despite one member's push to delay the vote for 4 years. San Antonio City Council approves funding for a multi-million-dollar City Hall renovation, creating an initial 300 jobs. HEB plans a massive distribution and manufacturing plant on San Antonio's east side. As time counts down to rent increases as high as $200 or more, anxiety weighs heavily on residents at the Soap Factory Apartments. And reform activists bail out 2 pregnant African-American mothers from Bexar County Jail. I'm Chance Storlin with your Express Briefing for Friday, May 11th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts. And get each day's top news and sports headlines delivered to your inbox at expressnews.com/newsletters. In an 8-3 vote, Thursday, the City Council approved funding a multi-million-dollar City Hall renovation, issuing $38 million in certificates of obligation bonds that don't require voter approval. The entire process played out despite efforts by 2 councilmen to derail the issue. Councilman Clay Perry and Greg Brockhouse objected to using the funds, instead insisting voters should decide whether to issue the project's nearly $40 million in debt. Perry attempted to use an age-old City Hall tactic deployed by opponents attempting to kill an issue by insisting the decision be delayed until the next bond election in 2022. Brockhouse seconded the motion that went on to fail. Built in 1889, City Hall, a nationally recognized historic structure, is rife with leaks, outdated mechanical and electrical systems, mildew, corroded iron pipes, and cracks. Renovations will also include creating a front entrance that offers appropriate access under the Americans with Disabilities Act. In July, officials and employees currently housed in City Hall will be relocated, with a scheduled return for January 2020. City Council members will vote May 17th whether to waive up to $1 million of city development fees and up to $500,000 in SAWS water and sewer impact fees for the site of a massive HEB distribution and manufacturing plant on an 871-acre plot on San Antonio's east side. The project, located at the southwest corner of East Houston Street and South Foster Road, is expected to create an initial 300 new jobs in the area. Over a 3-year period, the San Antonio retailer plans to invest at least $130 million at the 1 million square foot facility that's scheduled to be the company's largest single-build warehouse and what will become HEB's largest investment to date in its manufacturing and supply chain division. Over the next decade, the city expects to see $8 million in tax revenue and $20 million to other local taxing jurisdictions. When it comes online in 2020, the warehouse will employ 600 workers, 300 of which will be new positions. As new owner, the Barving Group renovates all 381 apartments, installing new floors, cabinets, appliances, and countertops. Anxiety weighs heavily on downtown residents wishing to continue living at the Soap Factory Apartments, while time ticks down for rent increases of $200 or more. Several low-income residents, including elderly and disabled San Antonians, say they'll have no choice but to move out once their rent increases. The company managing the complex reports that since the property was sold in October, renters have already vacated around 75 apartments. But property managers haven't yet asked anyone to leave and are continuing to renew leases without raising rents for apartments not yet renovated. Some tenants and critics of the increased rents are upset that a taxpayer-funded project costing millions is happening right next door as Bexar County, the City of San Antonio, and the San Antonio River Authority continue to transform a once unsightly barren stretch of San Pedro Creek into a 2.2-mile linear park, the first phase of which was opened to great fanfare earlier this month. And Thursday, reform activists freed 2 pregnant African-American mothers. who were financially unable to bail themselves out of Bexar County Jail as part of National Black Mamas Bail Out Day. Surrounded by supporters from groups as varied as Viva Politics, the Texas Organizing Project, and Planned Parenthood, the two mothers from Milwaukee told their stories from the jail steps. One of the pair, 23-year-old Simone Oliver, is currently 3 months pregnant and says her 14 nights in jail were the first time she's ever been separated from her 2 children. The event's organizers report Oliver's bail was $3,500, and the other woman, 38-year-old Shamika Prince, had a bail of $3,000. Neither was reportedly able to afford the standard 10% fee that most Texas bail bond companies require to help ensure defendants' presence in court. Prince says she's accused of shoplifting, while a jail official claims Oliver is charged with domestic assault with bodily injury. And that's your daily San Antonio Express News briefing for Friday, May 11th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts. I'm Chance Dorland.